Mrs. Hauer. I teach fourth grade here at El Monica Elementary School, and today we're in Bangladesh. I'm going to read you the story A Basket of Bangles, written by Ginger Howard and illustrated by Cheryl Crook Knoll. I hope you enjoy. A Basket of Bangles, How a Business Begins, written by Ginger Howard, illustrated by Cheryl Crook Knoll. Sophia knew everyone in the village. Every day she walked from house to house begging for rice. At night, she slept on the floor of her brother's house. "Why don't you start a business?" asked a villager one day. "I have no money," Sophia replied. "Go to the bank meeting. They have money to loan." On Wednesday, Sophia went to the meeting at the center house. "Yes, we have money to loan," said the manager. "What business will I have? How will I earn money?" asked Sophia. "That is for you to decide. Come back when you have an idea. You also need 4 friends to borrow money with you." Sophia decided she would sell bangles. Then she looked for 4 friends to be in her borrowing group. Kutan wanted to sell milk. Aliyah wanted to sell soap. Pira wanted to sell snacks to the children at school. Rokia wanted to sell saris. The next Wednesday, the 5 ladies went to the center house. "We are ready for our loans. Can you write your names? Do you know the rules of the bank?" asked the manager. "I can write my name," said Rokia, but the other 4 could not. Each one must know how to write her name and learn to say the rules. The ladies left the center house. Rokia showed her friends how to write their names. They practiced for 2 days. Then the ladies went to visit Taslima. Taslima had borrowed money the year before to buy a sewing machine. "Will you teach us the rules of the bank?" "Of course, come in." The 5 ladies recited the rules over and over. "We will follow the 4 principles of the bank: discipline, unity, courage, and hard work. We will save a little money each week for emergencies. We will repair our homes when they are damaged. We will grow vegetables to feed our families. We will drink water from the well, or we will boil our water. We will build latrines. We will send our children to school. We will always be ready to help one another." The next Wednesday, the 5 ladies returned to the center house. They recited the rules. The bank manager gave Sophia 2,000 taka. The bank would charge her 20% interest to borrow the money for 1 year. Sophia signed her name on the paper, promising to pay the money back. She would have to pay back 2,000 taka and 400 taka interest. She would pay the bank 40 taka each week for 50 weeks. On the 50th week, she would also pay 400 taka for interest. The bank manager gave the other 4 ladies 2,000 taka each. They all signed their names on the loan papers. "You must help one another," the bank manager said. "I want to see all of you here each Wednesday. If one of you is sick and cannot come to pay, then the rest of you must pay for her." The next morning, the 5 ladies started their businesses. Sophia, Kutan, Aliyah, and Para walked to the village bazaar. Rokia rode the bus to the city. Sophia bought a large basket. She bought lots of brightly colored bangles. Since she was buying so many at once, the shopkeeper gave her a special price. Each bangle cost her 6 taka. Katan bought a cow. Aliyah bought a goat. Para also bought a large basket. Then she bought packages of Murray and mango pickles. Rokia rode to the city on a crowded bus for 3 hours. She kept her face hidden behind her veil. At the market, she bought 6 finely woven saris. Sophia walked from house to house in the village, as she had done many times before. But today her hands were not empty. Would you like to buy a bangle? They are beautiful. I'll take 2, one for me and one for my daughter. How much are they? 10 taka each. Sophia put the 20 taka in her sari. But at the end of the day, Sophia had sold 15 bangles. She had 150 taka in her pocket. The 15 bangles had cost only 90 taka. Sophia had earned 60 taka. Sophia bought some rice and lentils and a cooking pot. That night, she made dinner for herself and her brother. She cooked a little extra to eat in the morning. Then she put 8 taka in a box to save for the interest due on the 50th week. And she put 2 taka in another box to save for emergencies. Katan tied her cow to a tree. She milked the cow every day and sold the milk. Aliyah tied her goat to a bush. Every day she milked the goat. She boiled the milk, mixed it with oils and herbs, and poured it into soap forms. She sold the soap once a week at the bazaar. Para made a nice arrangement of Murray and mango pickles in her new basket. She walked to the school and waited in the yard. The first day, the children didn't have any money. They looked hungrily into the basket. The next day, Para was waiting again. She sold every package of Murray and every mango pickle. Rokia walked from house to house to sell her saris. Once a week, she took the bus to the city to buy more. The women of the village had never seen such finely woven cloth. They loved the shimmering colors. Every Wednesday, the 5 ladies walked to the center house. Sophia paid 40 taka to the bank. Katan, Aliyah, Para, and Rokia did the same. After a few months, the 5 ladies had some extra money. Sophia bought a sheet of tin to cover a hole in her brother's roof. Katan bought a mosquito net for her bed. Aliyah bought a kerosene lamp so her daughter could study at night. Para bought a stone mortar and pestle so she could grind chili peppers into paste for curry. And Rokia bought a petticoat, the first one she had ever owned. One night, there was a terrible thunderstorm. The streets filled with mud. Lightning crackled through the village. The next day was Wednesday. The ladies gathered at the center house. Aliyah was not there. Sophia turned to Rokia. Can you go look for her? We are all responsible. She must make her payment. Give me yours, and I'll turn in for you. Rokia ran to Aliyah's house. Aliyah was cutting bamboo in the yard. One whole side of her house had collapsed. What are you doing? Aliyah, it is Wednesday, the meeting. I know, but look, lightning hit my house last night. Give me your payment, I will turn it in for you. Aliyah counted out 40 taka for Rokia. After the meeting, Sophia, Katan, Para, and Rokia all came to help Aliyah. Finally, it was the 50th Wednesday. Sophia made her last payment of 40 taka. Then she paid 400 taka for the interest. The other 4 members of her group did the same. The loans were paid back and the interest was paid. "You are very trustworthy," said the manager. "We thank you for your business." The ladies walked to Aaliyah's house to celebrate. She served rice, bean curry, and fresh goat's milk. Para brought biscuits and molasses. Sophia said, "I can cook my own rice every day now. But I have another idea. I want to buy a little piece of land and grow my own rice. I could sell the extra in little packages with my bangles." Kutan said, "I would like to buy another cow so I will have more milk to sell." Aaliyah said, "My goat has 2 kids and I own them. I own them too. I would like to buy some chickens and ducks. I could sell the eggs." Paris said, "I want to buy my own cart. I could visit more schools and carry more snacks." Rokia said, "I would like to rent a stall at the bazaar to sell my saris. Then I could fill the shelves and customers would have a greater selection." The next Wednesday, the 5 ladies walked to the center house. They recited the rules. They signed their names. And they walked out with new loans tucked in their saris.